not true. The only thing that I've ever said is I felt like you were taking a side. I've never reached out to her and said no shit like that.
Felt like I was taking a side when?
When that whole thing with Shu and Melissa and me, yeah.
Yeah, that's a whole different thing there anyways. So according to her, she says you contacted her and said that I felt some sort of way because of something she said. And then that's when she called me. So that day she had called me. First off, this was the first time I think she ever called me first.
Right.
And said, hey, are you okay? I heard that you are feeling some sort of way over something I said. And I was like, what are you talking about? And she didn't tell me that you told her, but she said someone told her. And I hadn't said anything to anyone about her. And I made that clear to everyone that at this point in time, I was standing with Melissa. Now, during this conversation, she brought up Wendy and Katie, that they were moving funny. And I said, why, how, what's going on? Apparently, they were unsending messages and blocking her or something. So I think when she's seen Katie and Wendy doing all this, and then other people stepping away, it's, let me go check and make sure I didn't lose this one.
Right.
I think that's what happened. I don't think anyone told her, hey, Alyssa feels this some sort of way because you said blah, 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 blah.
No, and if I did, I don't remember. I don't remember saying it.
Up here, she says, I'm not sure what I need to apologize to you for. I've explained to Nicole why I took a break. Never asked anyone to do or say anything in my defense or Joey's defense. I'm over it. Okay. Now, once again, she did not explain to Nicole that her reason for stepping back off TikTok Live was because of her, because she was jealous that people liked Nicole, that were following Nicole. Nicole was taking over her platform.
That's
Nicole
right, baby. You better never forget that.
That annoying, controlling bitch was taking over.
Stupid.
But I told her straight. I said, there's no apologies needed. I stuck my nose in business. I shouldn't have. You guys can read it. That was my doing, not yours. And genuinely, she shouldn't have to apologize for it. So that is what it is. I'm a grown person. I choose to make actions of my own. It's not anyone's. Well, I have a feeling this isn't going to end well. Correct. And it hasn't for you. I told her, well, I'm here 10 toes down. Just like you don't ask anyone to defend you, I don't ask for that either. I'm not going to expect someone to defend me, especially if it's something that I caused. So I have taken full accountability on all sides. Okay?
All sides. Clearly, you see that.
But I absolutely defended you, and I absolutely defended her. I took a break because what was going on with my kids, and that's everyone's problem. But I'm not okay with what's going on tonight. She'd be livid if I had someone in my box speaking on her. That, my friends, is about Nicole. So I don't talk behind the scenes. I don't talk about Nicole because I don't care. Bullshit. And that's 2 times. That's just in text. Okay? That's not what all was said over the phone. I can't prove what was said over the phone. I have not recorded anyone's reaching out to me, calling me, nothing. No phone calls. I don't do that.
I don't record unless I don't trust you, and I've always said that. When I got proof of Melissa talking shit about me over a month ago now, I absolutely recorded the calls. I swear it on my kids, if I trust you and I fuck with you hard, I don't fucking record. But bitch, I've been known that you've been talking shit behind my back.
Yep. So, just so everyone is clear, she's not just talking shit to her. I can't even say friends because I don't know what the hell this is, but it ain't friends according to her. Not just to me, she was talking shit about Nicole. There's other people that have come to Nicole that Melissa has talked shit about Nicole with.
Yes, multiple people.
I'm not the only person. People might ask, well, why is it taking so long to say something or walk away?
You didn't owe me nothing.
Well, I'm talking about why is it taking so long to step away from Missy and not entertain it anymore and whatnot. I am a very loyal person. I got to see it to believe it kind of person.
Facts.
It's going to happen to me in order for me to make my own decisions. Now, I mean, in this situation, it's a little bit different because I haven't seen like black and white proof, this victim's story. But when you listen to what this person is saying versus what Joey is saying,
it makes sense what the victim's saying.
Absolutely.
Not just that, make it make sense. After that train called her out for this again, right? She was trying to say her own words. She was justifying it's okay for 15-year-olds to sleep with 26 years old, and I have it recorded.
No, see, that is not okay. All right. Now, I'll tell you guys something. When I was a teenager, I do believe in this sense. I know Melissa has said this before, that a younger girl wants an older boyfriend. I didn't have one myself because my parents would kill me, literally. That is not condoned behavior at all. But I mean, I was 14, 15 looking at grown men like, dang, he's hot.
Facts.
But I wasn't going and doing nothing with him. And it's weird as fuck. Okay, I am 25 years old now. Joey was 25, correct, when this supposedly happened?
26.
26, okay. Close enough. I physically cannot imagine a 26-year-old sleeping with a 15-year-old. It's wrong. It's wrong.
Thank you guys for the gifts. On so many levels.
Period. And I mean, the facts are the facts. He's on the registry. I don't care if he didn't have to get put on it until 45. All right. He's on the registry. It says he did this. So no one's going to be able to change my mind on anything. But Melissa, you look like a fucking idiot. You look
regardless, she can't, like, listen, regardless, ask herself if it does come out 100% that he did that. She can't sit, it won't sit right with her.
No.
I wouldn't.
No. And
As it wouldn't sit right with me. When Melissa told me that it's okay for 26-year-olds to be fucking, which you guys will hear when I play the recordings. I'm banned on my main, and I have an account warning, so I'm going to be doing it. I'm _the_none_Nicole, probably tomorrow night or the next night. You guys are going to hear these recordings, and she literally says it's okay that 15-year-olds sleep with 26 years old. You're going to hear her say that she stalks the goddamn victim, and her and Joey does.
you know, I have a question for
Not
Melissa.
now, Marbles.
I have a question for Melissa on that. When her daughter was 15 years old, would she have condoned a 26-year-old man coming into her home and doing things with her daughter?
I wait a minute. So I asked her, I used her daughter as example. I said, would you want your daughter to be sleeping with this 26-year-old or doing something with a 26-year-old? I don't remember exactly how it worked. She does. She does.
See, I didn't know that.
Now, mind you guys, I absolutely recorded because I knew she was talking shit.
Wow. Wow.
And she is big mad about Katie, right? She's also big mad that Joe is getting paid back by Katie when she can. And that money should go to her. Because everything's about fucking money, right, Melissa?
Everything is about money, and that's another thing I wanted to bring up too. Everyone that she's had a falling out with, it's anyone she's fallen out with is sorry. Anyone she has fallen out with, it's the other person's views are low, or they're just trying to get clout or money or whatever, blah blah fucking blah. This is my take on it, and I've said this for a long time. Excuse me. TikTok gives people the option to gift people. As an individual, yourself, if you do not like someone, if you do like someone, you can either just sit there in the chat, whatever, engage however you'd like, or you can send money to them. You can gift them. That is an individual's choice. So Melissa expects Lala not to have any support, Train not to have any support, Nicole now not to have any support, or battle people. But this app is literally for that. There's people that this is their only income, okay? Now, I'm not saying this to put anyone down or make anyone feel some sort of way, but the amount of money that this whole group of people gets gifted is not enough to live off of, period. Someone in your household has to be working. There is absolutely no way.
The cost of living is expensive as fuck.
People are jealous of money. That is the root of all evil.
Thank you.
And it's ridiculous. I feel like if someone wants to gift, If they don't like that person, they won't fucking gift. Not everything has to be about money.
She's mad because I battle. My battles, I make people laugh about. I don't even battle that much. But here she is, dry begging.
It doesn't matter, Nicole. It is your platform.
Thank
if
you,
you want
man.
to fucking battle every single day, all day, you can do that. Who is anyone to sit on TikTok and say, you shouldn't battle? That's begging for money. You're not, no one is sitting out here going, oh, Tara, please send me a hand heart. Katie, I need you to send me 5 roses right now. Bama girl, you need to send me this.
She never, let's say this. Melissa doesn't share her live hardly ever. When she was in the ranks, not this time, but the last time, she said, let me share this out to Lisa. She uses everybody. She uses every fucking buddy.
Yep. Yep. And this glum understanding person, baby. Thank you guys. I appreciate y'all. Oh my God, you are the glum understanding person. Really needs to get it together and get online with things, because you're out of the loop. I'm not sure who you're getting your information from, but it's not correct, girl. It's not correct. She on there today talking about I was doing something. I don't know. Either way, the bitch, you're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. You got your nose shoved so far up Melissa's ass that you're gonna start having shit emojis in your eyeballs. Okay? Just stop. Let me see. I think I might have something else to share with you guys. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Old glum. So Alyssa was the one talking shit to Missy about Nicole and was trying to start shit. You missed a chapter, baby. Nicole and I had a falling out. Oh. Nicole and I had a falling out. I absolutely talk shit about Nicole.
Thank you for the gifts, you guys.
I also talked shit about Nicole to Melissa. Now, if, say, Nicole and I are tight, and then you got Melissa coming to me talking about Nicole. Mind you, Nicole and I are tight. I am not going to sit there and just start going in on Nicole too, because you start going in on Nicole.
Facts.
I'm not going to do that. That's not how it works.
That's not what a real friend does. But that is exactly what Melissa does. So I've been getting all these recordings. I've been at work because I have to actually take care of my family, you know, because my husband that was deceased, pissing all that crap. So it's just me. But I wanted to get in here real quick, and I'm not going to hold the live hostage. First and foremost, Nicole, I know I'm not a fan of you and you're not a fan of me, but I need to say that I do feel your pain, and I hear it in your voice, right? And I say that to say because I've watched two people, Savage and Marble, if I may, speak very highly and stick by Nicole unmotherfucking conditionally. No matter what she did, no matter how fucked up it was, they stuck by her friend, and they probably had those conversations off the app, right? Because that's what real friends do. You don't call people out that you genuinely care about on an app, right? And they stood by her, and they still stood by her, even though Nicole was saying, Pissy is my friend, guys. You guys can have your own opinion. She allowed them a space to be able to say what they needed to say and all that. But she never turned her back on Pissy. Let's be really fucking clear here, Nicole. Like, the only reason that she ran and tried to cling to you the way she did is exactly what two of your friends that love you unconditionally stated. She weaponized you because she knew if she got the one person that would not stop dragging her and really dug in to the truth of her Pedro husband and her life and how she treats her children and everybody across the board, it would be relentless. And as much as I can sit here and say I have waited for the moment that everybody's fucking eyes would open, because I know for me, and I know for my friend Train, we wholeheartedly love that bitch. Stood by her when nobody else would. We got drunk and threw into shit and wore and ate that shit. She didn't do that for us. She didn't do that for us at all. So as much as I want to see this, I am so sorry, Nicole. I am so sorry to you.
I appreciate that. I'm right back at you. I'm sorry you had to go through it. I'm sorry anybody has to go through it. You genuinely love and care about somebody, for them to fucking betray you and hurt you and lie on you and twist things to what she wants them to be. She's a piece of shit. She's a fucking piece of shit.
And for you, Alyssa, like, I hate it. Like, I know that I've said things and you said things. We are where we are, and it is what it is. But I believe that people opening their eyes and owning it and being able to apologize and move forward doesn't mean that everybody has to break bread. But it makes me sick to my stomach that knowing your trauma and your childhood stuff that you went through, the person that claimed to be your friend manipulated it and played off of it, and then had you out here saying things on people that you had no part of. You had no part of. But you know what? Check it out. The blessing is this. Nicole has an awesome following, and you have some people that now know you, Alyssa, and probably genuinely care about you. And that is the blessing behind the negativity that comes with Pissy Missy and all her stench, right? On the flip side, listen, a lot of things have gone down amongst a lot of people on this app, and the root cause, the common denominator across the board has been Pissy motherfucking Missy. No matter what she touches, it fucking crumbles at some point. At some point, it crumbles. The fact that she can get up here on this app and say things about Katie and paying her first month's rent and all this, bitch, no the fuck you didn't. You gave 16, let's talk, because my story has not changed since the first time that I exposed your nasty ass fucking husband and finally getting the truth of it all, right? My story's never changed. You gave her $1,600 and you gave that to her and said she was a good friend. I gave her $1,600 with the stipulation that she was going to pay me back. Guess what, bitch? Katie is making right on her word. Do it all. And you don't like that. For some reason, I don't know what's going on in your mind. You think that everybody owes you, but nobody owes you nothing. I told you a long time ago, bitch, you need to put your nose in a book and start doing some step work on that inside. The outside, you could paint up real motherfucking good on some days, not all the time. But that inside is fucking disgusting and nasty. And the way you spit at people and the way you fucking treat people is disgusting. And karma has no expiration date. It will come tenfold over and over and over and over again. Hence to why your own daughter don't fucking speak to you. And I speak to her. Don't feel good, right? You're a piece of fucking shit, Missy. You're a piece of shit.
She better fucking buckle the fuck up. She knew that this was gonna get ugly. And it's going to. It's going to.
Another thing, the thing that hurts me is no one knew my story except for her and Joey. Right? You know what the situation is. And you've been lying about Joey. Joey's been lying about the whole situation. So it's like, I'm faced with my childhood trauma and then sticking up for someone who has a charge like that.
Can't do it, won't do it.
It makes me look fucking stupid.
It don't make you look stupid, Alyssa. If that's the way it was, then we all
Train your echoing.
Damn it. Okay.
if that was the case, then we all will look stupid. Don't beat yourself up at being true to who you are. I did that for a long time. I finally got peace with that. You don't look stupid. Train don't look stupid. Nicole don't look stupid. I don't look stupid. You believed in somebody. I stand on it. Had I known the facts of the truth of to the exact nature of the charge, they would not have been in my home with my children. When I tell you they robbed me of my decision making to keep my children safe from a fucking predator, I was in the fetal position and thought I was going to get sick. I was crying on the phone to Train because it was her and I that found the depths of it, right?
Joe, let me cut you off
You're
real
not
fast.
stupid.
I want to piggyback what Alyssa said about how she told Joey and Melissa what had happened to her. And so when I said that I found out from Melissa, that is not a lie, because Melissa told just a little smidgen of something about that to someone else, and it trickled down to me, and all it took was that just thought in my head, and I just started searching everything and found it. Bam.
So hold on, I will say this. There was a live that I was in, and someone was discussing their childhood and blah blah blah, and I was like, it was almost kind of like a one-up thing, but not trying to one-up anyone because it ain't nothing special to be,
Right.
bragging about. But I was like, yeah, my shit that happened when I was younger has its own fucking news article, and
I didn't even know that.
I wasn't lying.
Yeah, I didn't know any of that. Like I said, when it got to me, and I'm like, how'd you find this out? They were like, Missy. And I was like, oh, and at first I was kind of like, meh, but then when I dug, I was like, oh shit. And like I said, I still can't apologize enough. I feel horrible.
No, you don't have to apologize anymore for it.
But it still don't take away the fact that I got feelings, and that was a super low blow on my part. And
I actually did have a request from you. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you've already taken care of it, but I a couple weeks ago I clicked on your YouTube and I seen the live that you had up there of that whole situation. Can you please remove it?
Yeah, let me go look right now. I thought I had taken that down.
I know you took the link tree down.
Yeah, I'm going right now. I'm looking right now.
But I would appreciate it.
Right now. Yes, ma'am. Let me make sure.
It just, I feel like if I was looking
I found it. Yeah, but still.
outside at, what Tara came out and showed everyone, and then I'm over here defending someone that's got the same charges, I feel like I look like a blown idiot. I do.
But the thing of it is, though, and listen, it's amazing when you can take accountability and own it. I will still sit here and say that I wish things were handled differently. And as much as they want to spit it and say that I was trying to blackmail, no, I asked Pedro to shut it down and he did not. And that's why it went the way that it went, right? But she blocked you from listen, there are so many people that followed me from day one on here that went over there was talking to my abuser, my children's abuser, because of the stuff that she spun out, right? So don't disregard the fact that you believed in somebody and believed what they said to you. Right. Because any opportunity to get to the truth, you couldn't. The same thing with Nicole. Nicole couldn't get to the truth. The only reason why Train got to the truth is because no matter what, our differences, even when we was friends with Pissy, we always ended up talking about it. If she had to pull me up, we had that conversation. If I had to pull her up, we had that conversation. Missy tried to switch it up when that shit went down with Trey. Like I called trying to be buddy. Bitch, first of all, I knew she was still talking to you. But the one thing about me is what I say once, I will say twice. The only person that pumps feel in my heart is the man upstairs. Rightfully so. But she blocked you from being able to even see an unbiased, clear picture. You were coming at me in Virginia and I didn't even know who you were. The last time we talked, we was all sitting in boxes. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's keep it real. So don't put the bat down. Put the bat down.
I was a huge supporter, and then I started stepping in, put my nose where it didn't belong, you know? And
I think we've all done that for Missy.
Hard for Missy.
Yeah, we all did it. And just knowing after I found out, after, you know, I talked to Sally Sue, and then watching you sit in that live and telling your story, because, you know, I was live, you know, Nicole was in the box, you guys was in Missy's live, and I felt horrible. That's why when Nicole came, I was like, man, please get Alyssa, like, come up, because I felt horrible, you know, listen to that. But the fact that she sat there and wiped fake tears from her eyes listening to your story, but knowing that her husband did the same thing to a girl the same age as you. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's disgusting, and it makes my stomach turn. And that's when I was like, man, on top of what I already did, and then you found out that, like, it hurts.
It does. It fucking hurts.
Nicole out here doing the Lord's work. You know, she had me her live yesterday, made peace with somebody else, and, you know, she.
Yeah, I mean, just because I'm not friends with y'all doesn't mean like we can't, you know, talk about shit and work shit out. Like that's adulting. That's how adults are.
Yeah,
there's nothing wrong with people being adults about situations.
And it seems like it's like a trickle down effect, you know, because, and I still stand on this, all of this stems from money. Missy pocket watches people and then gets mad about it. You know, I should have listened to Joe when Joe said something. And then, you know, watching what happened to Redhead Wendy and Katie today, like, I was like, damn, like, they ain't even said nothing. Like, I ain't even seen that.
I haven't seen what happened.
She went off on Wendy just because Wendy came in her chat. And then Katie came in her chat just a few minutes ago trying to get a box. And she's like, no, I'm good. This, and then just being fucking hateful as shit. Like, it's not, it's always something. And the fact that the first thing that she said about Katie was, I'll never get my money back from that rent, but Joe's getting her money. It's just, I wish when she was going to walk away from me the day before I got arrested last year, I wish she would have fucking walked away, and I would have never got, because that's what pissed me off, when I put my heart into something and then I get shit on. You know what I mean? That hurts.
It does.
All over money. And to find out the whole reason, like when I was raising that money to pay off my card to go see her, she's texting people that are gifting me like, don't gift her. I don't want Train to come. Don't gift her. That's what fucking hurt. And I have the recorded fucking phone call that she told Miranda that she sat there and said that, and then told my personal business, and then lied to my fucking face and said that she ain't say nothing that after I had the recording in my fucking hand. And she still denies it. You can play a recording and she'll be like, well, and I did. It's horrible. Like, she didn't have no reason to lie to none of us about that stuff. And she sat there and she told all of us that you know, he sat for 2 years waiting on plea deal. No, like, she could have told me, like, Train, this is what happened, you know, without the 15-year-old, but, you know, oh, he took this 6 months. But the moment when I finally started listening to people, like when Joe called me and she was like, Tara, please just look at these court documents. Like, I want you to look at them. And I looked at them and she goes, do you see something? And she's like, didn't he say he sat in there waiting for 2 years? And I said, wait a minute, this right here says 6 months and then he was convicted. She lied to me. And when I asked her on live, I said, why did you lie to me? She said, because I can. And she had no reason to lie to me. And that's when I was like, that's when I started digging. And I sure did, back in January, reach out to Sally Sue's mom. And it wasn't but a few weeks ago when Sally Sue herself reached out and she said, how do you know my mom? I said, I don't. She said, well, she said you're trying to reach out to her about a court case. And I said, I am. And that's how her and I got to talking. and she absolutely put in for the whole discovery and everything. Last week she said, she's pregnant with twins. So her youngest was sick, and then when I talked to her Monday, she said that the courts were supposed to be still getting them together. And when I talked to her today, she said that she had called the courts and was waiting on a call back. I can't push it any farther, but I don't believe this girl is lying. She knows too many details, like the things that she told me about what he did. You know what I mean? Like, this girl thought she was in a relationship. I also did not reach out to Melissa's daughter. Her daughter reached out to me. I was on the phone with Johanna when that happened. I was like, should I have a message request? I said, I have a friend request from Mackenzie. And I said, I bet she's trying to message me. And I showed Joe. She sure did. She wrote me a book. And it was like, I cried when I read it. I cried because I felt so bad for that little girl. Because she said, all my mom cares about is fighting with you and not me. And that broke my fucking heart. Then when she showed the text message from the roommate, that sealed her whole fucking fate and showed that everything that Sally Sue was saying was the truth. She didn't have no reason to lie to me. I would have walked away from her had she told me he was sleeping with a 15-year-old, because I don't agree with that. My sister was 14 when she gave birth to my nephew, and my nephew's father was 26. Disgusting. My mom had his ass thrown in jail. I would have walked away from her then had I known. But I thought it was, a revenge, ex-girlfriend, this or whatever. And that's not the story at all.
I have a question. Where did Nicole go? I just realized she's gone.
Oh, they didn't get her. Because they're gone.
The message from the roommate, I do have that. If you want me to show it, let me find it.
I was gonna ask, she had a green screen of that message, but that part was blocked out. Yeah. What does that blocked part say?
She said she ain't showing it. And when I talked to Sally Sue said, tell her to show it. No, that was
Because it's Joseph.
No, it was the roommate. Joey was in jail and was speaking for the roommate, because Sally Sue said, I'm sorry, I was not trying to get him in trouble.
But correct me if I'm wrong, didn't Missy say, and that's a question that I just asked Alyssa while Nicole was up here, didn't Missy say that she would show Nicole the marked up shit?
She said
that she would show that shit to Nicole. So did Nicole ever see that?
I don't know. I was going to ask her that just now since it got brought into the conversation, but I didn't know she wasn't in here.
Maybe she didn't have her seatbelt on, but that was why I asked, because Nicole said I'll show it to Nicole.
Yeah. Sally Sue said, tell his wife to show it. Unblack all of it out, because it'll prove that he was reaching out to me, trying to tell me, because they said that they were just going to tell the courts that they were just friends, that her mom was tripping. But her phone had nudies of her, and he sent nudies of himself to her. So he knew he was sending them to a 15-year-old child. Her phone is what got him for it wasn't just one text message. It was multiple nude photos that he sent of himself and she sent to him. She absolutely said that they were in a relationship sexually. He denied it. They couldn't prove that because obviously, I guess, I don't know how that stuff works, but he denied it. But they got him because her phone was taken as evidence.
Oh, that's right.
And there were nudies of him and her sending each other pictures and talking nasty, and for not just one day, but for months.
Train.
Yes.
That picture right there, is there any way you can go into your edits and lighten the color so it will change from black to yellow, and that's how you lift it?
Hold on, I'll send it to you.
Another thing, that whole thing that happened with my father and my sister, when they took my sister's phone, it doesn't matter if you delete a text message. They are able to get all of that shit back. And when I tell you it was a book of text messages, that's what it was. So I can almost guarantee that was not the only message they found.
No, she said there was
if Joey's telling the truth.
Yeah, well, he's not.
That's not the case.
That's why when I was going through my shit last year, the courts had a warrant for my phone, went through the TikTok, my Facebook, all of that stuff, and showed that I was telling the truth, that I was given permission. So, and that shit was 3-year-old text messages, not an offense date and then arrested 3 days later.
Ghost of Snoo. Said she told Nicole that she didn't have the text. Joey had it, but couldn't find it all of a sudden. Well,
why would you have that message anyways? You can't keep your court papers, but you have that text message? That's so weird to me.
Well, what also is weird is, imagine that. I'm saying Melissa and Joey are behind the scenes talking shit on Nicole. They're not true friends. And all of a sudden, they don't want to send it to Nicole because they know it's going to get out too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Sally Sue said, uncover it, unmark it, show all of it. Don't just show what I wrote. That's what she said. He's already in trouble. They've been stalking her, and she got one of them permanent things like you got on him.
So I went to go mess with it for a minute.
Wait, she has a lifetime injunction?
I think that's what she said, but yeah. He's not allowed to ever contact her again.
If that's the case, girl.
I text her this evening. She ain't wrote me back. She ain't read it yet. I text her. I said, I guess somebody's got some information about Joey stalking you. She ain't read it yet.
Well, either way, she don't need that. She don't need that.
She didn't give me any money. Joey gave me $500 to pay towards my credit card because Melissa was on live saying that she got $8,000 in 3 hours on ranks, and RT was dragging her ass. So Joey sent me $500, and he said, I don't care if you ever come see us. I just want to help you pay down that fucking high interest rate credit card. And I've shown those texts as well. I don't owe her shit. Consider that payback for the money that I fucking gave her for her teeth. And there's RT. Yep.
That part. I fucked with it a little bit, but Train, I think, you know how you have that thing on your computer? You can do it from that, and you can lift it.
Yeah, and his wife third party harassing and stuff. Oh yeah. In a month. Yeah. No, she didn't say in a month. No, it wasn't. She got $8,000 in 2 days, if we're telling the truth. It was 2 days that she got it. It was not no month, straight shooter. Because she was bragging about it, and Joey kept telling her, shut up. Shut the fuck up, is what he kept saying. And then RT started ragging her, so he sent me $500 to pay to my credit card and said, I don't care if you ever come see us. I just want to help you. Link in Miranda's bio for that one. That man has sat behind the scenes and dug just as much as she has. So for her to sit there and say, he ain't, yes, he has. Yes, he has. He was the one sitting there right along with us trying to see if it was illegal for someone to do a waffle on TikTok. They'd say, I don't call the police. They've called police on... I've named them all off on my live. RT, Joe, me, Katie, Wendy, Lala, Nan. They've called RT's job, Joe's job, called the health department on me. They've called state board on me.
Bro, it's so funny that you can just go in your phone and pull up a screenshot of me. I could never.
He wrote a letter to Bethel or Fairbanks Police Department trying to get RT 5150, saying that he was an establishment. I have the email. I gave it to RT, saying he was deeply concerned she was going to hurt herself and all this. It was crazy. Yes.
And if no one can see, like, already that people on the internet, it's very, very, very hard to get someone thrown in jail over something on the internet.
Absolutely it is.
I went to